Standing before it, you do not feel like you are looking at a machine. You feel like you are looking at a moving mountain of steel. This is Bagger 293, the largest land vehicle ever constructed by human hands. Built in Germany in 1995 by the engineering group Krupp, this behemoth was the pinnacle of a long line of industrial giants. It took 5 years to design and construct, costing over $100 million. The scale is difficult for the human mind to process. It stands 96 meters tall, equivalent to a 30-story building. It spans 225 meters in length and weighs an unbelievable 14,200 tons. To put its 14,200-ton weight into perspective, this single machine weighs more than the Eiffel Tower and 2,000 African elephants combined. It is a literal monument of heavy engineering. At the front of this steel monster is its beating heart, the bucket wheel. Spanning over 21 meters in diameter, equivalent to a 4-story building, this massive wheel rotates continuously, cutting through the earth with immense force. Attached to the wheel are 18 colossal buckets. Each bucket is large enough to hold 15 cubic meters of soil. That means in a single rotation, the wheel scoops up enough earth to fill several standard dump trucks. Each individual bucket is so cavernous that it could easily scoop up a family SUV or hold over 100 people inside its massive steel maw. The scale of this mechanical teeth is truly terrifying. In a single day of operation, Bagger 293 can excavate 240,000 cubic meters of soil. That is enough to fill 10,000 shipping containers or dig a hole the size of a football field, 30 meters deep. How does a 14,000-ton machine move across open ground without sinking? The secret lies in its 12 crawler tracks. Each track is 3 meters wide, spreading the enormous weight so evenly that the pressure on the ground is less than a human footprint. Because the weight is distributed over such a massive surface area, Bagger 293 only exerts a ground pressure of 15 pounds per square inch, which is roughly equivalent to the footprint of a walking human. But moving a mountain takes time. Bagger 293 is one of the slowest vehicles on Earth, with a maximum speed of just 0.6 kilometers per hour. At top speed, it would take nearly 2 hours to travel a single kilometer. Such massive power requires a massive source of energy. The machine is not diesel-powered. Instead, it is fed by a giant external electrical cable. It consumes 16.5 megawatts of electricity, enough to power a small city of 20,000 people. To put 16.5 megawatts of electrical consumption into perspective, this single machine requires as much energy as a small town of 20,000 homes. Power is fed through thick, heavily insulated cables that drag behind it like a colossal black snake. Once scooped, the soil travels along a highway of high-speed conveyor belts running through the machine. These belts transport the excavated earth at speeds of over 15 kilometers per hour, dumping it onto auxiliary spreader vehicles behind. Bagger 293 does not work alone. It works in tandem with a matching companion giant, the spreader. While the excavator scrapes away the topsoil, its spreader partner receives the waste material via conveyors and levels the ground miles away. The coal excavated by Bagger 293 is instantly transferred to a dedicated, high-capacity industrial railway network. These trains run continuously between the open pit mine and nearby power plants, keeping Germany's electricity grid alive. Despite its gargantuan size, Bagger 293 only requires a crew of 5 people to operate. They sit in elevated, climate-controlled cabins, using joysticks and computer monitors to guide the machine with precision. Inside the cockpit, the operator sits in a suspended chair surrounded by high-resolution cameras, diagnostic displays, and dual joysticks. They use computerized sensor systems to monitor structural strain and navigate the mountain of steel with millimeter precision. Because Bagger 293 operates 24 hours a day, the crew lives on the machine during their shifts. Built directly inside the hollow steel frame are a heated breakroom, a small kitchen with a stove, and toilet facilities. Rotating the massive bucket wheel requires extreme force. The system is driven by 4 motors producing millions of foot-pounds of torque. To prevent the machine from tearing itself apart when hitting rock, it features a specialized mechanical safety clutch. The logistics of building Bagger 293 were unprecedented. The heavy steel components were manufactured at Krupp's factories, shipped to the mine via specialized rail cars, and welded together on site over the course of 4 years. Operating in abrasive soil causes rapid wear. A dedicated maintenance crew works constantly to keep the machine running. Every week, welding crews scale the giant wheel on scaffolding to cut away and replace worn-out steel bucket teeth. Coal dust is highly flammable, making fire a constant hazard on board. Bagger 293 is protected by an extensive automated fire suppression network, high-pressure water cannons, and emergency escape slides for the crew. When winter temperatures drop below zero, the mud and coal freeze into concrete-like blocks. To prevent structural cracking and frozen conveyors, Bagger 293 is fitted with industrial heating elements on its main joints. The machine operates in the Tagebau Hambach open-pit coal mine in Germany. Here, it works 24 hours a day, scraping away layers of sand and clay to uncover deep deposits of brown coal, or lignite. In 2001, Bagger 293 undertook a historic journey. To cross a major German highway, engineers had to lay down a 7-meter-thick cushion of sand and soil to prevent the road from being completely crushed under its tracks. When mining eventually ceases, Germany plans to flood the massive open-pit mine. The giant crater carved by Bagger 293 will be turned into a clean blue lake, completely reclaiming the landscape for nature. Yet, the machine remains a symbol of deep environmental debate. Open-pit coal mining destroys landscapes and feeds fossil fuel power stations. As Europe transitions to green energy, these giants face an uncertain future. They are monuments to a carbon-heavy past. Bagger 293 represents the absolute limit of mechanical size. In an era transitioning to digital efficiency and green energy, humanity will likely never build land vehicles of this scale again, marking the end of a legendary era. Whether you view it as an environmental threat or an engineering masterpiece, Bagger 293 is a testament to what humanity can build. A monument of raw scale, heavy steel, and extreme power. The ultimate Earth Eater.